From the biggest moments.
Can you believe it?
To gold medal championships.
Sidney Crosby, the golden goal!
It's your update on Canada's game. You're listening to the True North Ice Podcast with Jacob Ewing and Caleb Schneider. Welcome to the True North Ice Podcast, where we talk all things hockey Canada and everything Canadian hockey related. As always, we're your hosts. My name is Jacob Ewing, joined alongside Caleb Schneider. Remember, you can find the True North Ice Podcast on all your favorite podcast platforms. And man, do we have one heck of an episode for you guys today. Team Canada off in Slovakia for the U18 World Championships. And maybe not the start they would have wanted as they wrap up preliminary round today as if upload against the Finns, but have dropped a game in the tournament. We'll have a deep dive into that. Also touch on the PWHL as its season is wrapped up. We'll touch on the winner of the league. Also a confirmed first overall pick selection. A team will have their first pick in franchise history at number 1. And much more in the PWHL. And of course, we're in the midst of a great playoff run for some teams and for others. And fan bases like myself in Ottawa, they are done. All that and more on today's episode. It's going to be a good one, Cal. But first of all, Cal, how you doing?
Doing well. A little bit of a scuff setup. I feel like I've said that a lot. This is take 2. This is not my bedroom. I do not have Wi-Fi at the moment, so hopefully our ghetto setups that we've got will be able to put the best quality episode together after we're done recording. But, I'm doing okay. NHL playoffs are great. The PWHL wrapping up yesterday was fun. I enjoyed watching tuning in and out from the the Montreal Seattle game last night at 10 p.m., the late night one. But I'm doing good. I'm doing good, and How are you doing over there, Sens Nation?
Man, Sens Nation is at an all-time low throughout this season. You know what? Sens Army was through a lot this season. Obviously, you had a lot of controversy. You had, ups and downs. Start of the season was terrible. Goaltending issues in the back half. Everything seems going right. And you have hope. And slowly but surely it all tumbles down when they meet the dragon, the behemoth of the Carolina Hurricanes, which many Sens fans wanted in that first round matchup. And I bet you they're on their hands and knees now begging for mercy. Or they were, because now they're just, probably on the ground crying. So I'm doing all right, though, man. Obviously, the game, as a time of upload, would be 2 days ago, but recording, it was yesterday. It was a tough day, but you know what? It probably, of course it hurts, but we were already down 3-0. There wasn't much positivity already, so I think I already, I was kind of there, but we'll get to this conversation, for sure. I'm sure.
We'll do that
into today's episode, but So let's get into this. Let's start with the U18s for Team Canada over in Slovakia, Caleb, and they opened the tournament with the host nation.
Yeah.
And they opened the tournament with a loss. 2-1 loss to the Slovaks. Who saw this coming? It seems like every single tournament, a new country gets the best of Canada. It's like building the Infinity Stones. Every European nation is getting an Infinity Stone slowly but surely over Canada. You have Latvia, they own us in the World Juniors. You have Czechia, they are the owners of Canada in the World Juniors. Slovakia now claims their ring.
Yeah. Well, last year at the U18s, Canada didn't lose. So, Czechia pushed them to OT in the quarters. Was it quarters or semis? But no, it feels like it's like this every time. Obviously, the juniors, we've seen it for a while. Men's World Championships, we get bounced by some random country like Denmark, like last year. You think about the women's isn't really there, but Switzerland pushed us in the Olympics, and the men's obviously.
True.
The men's obviously were pushed in the Olympics a couple times, and then, U18 women's isn't really there yet. But, host nation Slovakia, packed house. Probably the only game that will be sold out the entire tournament, unless Slovakia maybe goes for a run. I watched I looked at a little bit of the other Slovakia highlights of another game just to see. It's not nearly as full. So, obviously opening, I believe that was Slovakia's first game. Yes, they all played. Sorry, that was Slovakia's first game, Canada's first game. Obviously, when you're playing Canada, there's a lot of name talent. Like, there's a lot of talent on Canada. You want to watch that. And you never know. Slovakia could upset, and you just want to be behind your country. So we'll see if they can pack it out again, maybe that quarterfinal game. But no, that was a great game. Great game. We didn't get to catch really the first period, but the second and third period were pretty great. What's your thoughts, immediate thoughts after the game?
Oh, man. It's probably... How did you only score one goal on a Slovak team? I think maybe start with that. Obviously, it's the first game of the tournament. But still, man, like... And honestly, like, you have the big injury to Gavin Betts. We found out that it wasn't very severe. It was just a couple cramps in both of his legs. Man comes off the ice, and his two Kingston boys, or two Kingston fans, and they got the hat on right now, repping the boys. The goalie of the Kingston Frontenacs, Gavin Betts, goes down in a heap of pain, and it looks like his tournament could be done. I thought he was done for sure. But he's back, so that's good. But he was playing great too in that game. Like, honestly, like, they were going chance for chance, but like, especially with the crowd advantage for Slovakia, like, he was making big time saves to kind of keep the crowd contained. Right, and in a game like this, that's what you want in a hostile environment. And unfortunately for Elsler, when he comes into the cage, he gets a penalty shot immediately against him, and a fresh Elsler into the game against a very skillful move on the PK shot, or the penalty shot, beats him. Yeah. And that was a dagger. So
no, it was tough. I mean, like I said, the crowd definitely played a factor, I'd say, but the way Slovakia, they just kept pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, and obviously, especially come that third period, the longer it stays tied, the better chance and the odds start to shift, right? And then obviously the penalty shot and takes the cake, but wasn't very impressed with Canada. Obviously, they scored. Was it Ty Lawrence who scored? I don't have it off the top of my head, but they did not look like. I would say they probably dominated the first. Like, I didn't really watch the first period. I only saw the highlights. Felt like they definitely dominated that more, or they had more possession. Same with the second period, but like, it didn't feel like they really had it the whole way through. And obviously, that's what the score reflects at the end. Obviously, some of these names, Alexis Joseph, we'll talk about in a minute. He was an odd factor, like you said. You haven't said it in this recording yet, but you were going to mention that he kind of blew up the one goal. I'll let you touch on that now.
Yeah. So it was the first goal for Team Slovakia. I find this funny. So this is our second time recording this. We had some audio issues about 8 hours ago trying to do this. Anyways, Alexis Joseph, man. So he's the center, obviously, on the line. He was
second line center
in the Slovakia game. Second line center, okay. And basically, he's back. He's doing his defensive roles. You know, he's kind of the third defenseman back there. Ryan Lind comes up to pinch, and he realizes he can because he has the opportunity because Joseph is back. But beelining it as a Slovakian winger with some speed to make sure that if the Slovakia players beats Ryan Lind on the pinch opportunity, that he's got a head full of steam to beat whatever defender it is. And Alexis Joseph is just caught flat-footed. Not even a chance for him as he's puck watching. Down goes the winger, and pretty much a B-way, honestly. He was in tight pretty much all alone and finishes it for 1-0 for the Slovaks, and just not what you want, especially in a top six forward like Alexis Joseph. You can't have that. And that was honestly, Caleb, a big reason why he ended up being the 13th forward and now finds himself sitting in the press box in this tournament.
Well, yeah, and like, even just to add on to that, offensively, he wasn't really a factor. I really think that second line wasn't even that good. They just put in, to replace him, it was Thomas Vandenberg. He slots into that 2C now. But that second line wasn't really a factor. He wasn't really a factor. Power play, So obviously they move him down as a 13th forward, but just not a great showing for a guy who's projected to be a top 3 pick next year, and somebody who's 6'5", who can skate, who's got basically all the tools, and just didn't prove it against. Slovakia is probably the third best team in this pool, but didn't show it against a somewhat weak team. So yeah, that was tough for my boy.
Yeah, and you wonder, like, does he get back in this tournament at all?
Well,
like, is his time up after not playing. Like, I get, obviously, a time of upload. We don't know the lines yet for that Finland game, if they'll get in, which on paper was probably the biggest game coming into the tournament.
Yes.
I mean, a loss to Slovaks kind of actually adds pressure to it as the biggest game of the preliminary round. So, team needs a big win, but they've also been pretty juiced the last couple of games. Scored a lot of big goals, 6-0 against Latvia, and then 9-1 against Norway, and 9-0.
Let me pull it up right now.
I think it was a 9-piece.
It was
sure.
8-0.
9-piece.
8-0 against Norway,
So, like,
6-0 against Latvia.
Yeah, so like, how do you? If the team's gelling so well, why switch up the momentum?
I don't know.
To bring it back.
I don't think you can.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because like, if you want to put him back in, I guess the 13th forward is an option again. But like, the way I don't think you could put him in. Like, I don't know if it's worth putting him back in, unless he finds a top 6 role. But now he's only played in the top 6 for one game.
I don't mind it. I don't mind that. I think the 13th role is perfect for him. I don't know who's vacating.
Throw him on
it
a
now,
power
but
play.
That's what I'm saying, right? 13th, you can line starts to fall off a little bit. You glue him in there, gets a couple shifts, give him a power play line.
Yeah.
Like the 13th forward is very versatile, more of like a plug and play type of guy.
Yeah.
If you're trying to find where he fits in the lineup, that's how you do it. Mind you, is it too late in the tournament to be that role and try to find a home for him? Even though, well, the lease is already up pretty much. So you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I'd love to give him another chance. But just that goal was he kind of said it all to me for his time at the U18s. Unfortunately, it shouldn't describe him, but it's such a short tournament, and in a big game like that, you can't really have that.
Thomas Rosso was the 13th forward in that last game. So they added. Who did they add on to? Who was it? Beckett Hamilton? No. Who was the guy that came in and slotted in? Maybe it was Vandenberg.
Jackson Jacobson?
Oh, thank you. Jackson Jacobson. He was the one who came in and was the one that was registered late and slotted in when he was moved out. I mean, looking at this lineup, like, maybe he could find himself, like, I don't know, like Zach Olsen on the third line. Can you throw a Joseph on a wing? Like, I don't know, because Jackson Jacobson scored in his first game in. He's playing with Goldeneyes, so I don't know. They've got 3 great lines, and then their fourth line they've got Beckett Hamilton, who's a pretty decent player, Ryder Cali, and then Alessandro Diorio, who was on the team last year. So I don't know. I don't know if he will slot back in. Maybe it's the 13th. Maybe they want to get Rosso that game on the 13th, see what he can do. We'll see. Finland's a tough,
it's so tough.
It's tough. They've put themselves in an interesting situation here, and if he doesn't play in the Finland game, he's not playing probably at all in the rest of the tournament. So that's a really tough look for somebody who you could argue would be a top 3 player on this team easily. So I don't know. Alexis Joseph has dug himself a hole, but he also didn't have much opportunity to fix it either.
That's what I'm saying.
He's only played 26 minutes out of 3 games technically.
I talked about the goal that I didn't like, but there had to have been something else that was just mind-boggling for Coach Bannister to pull him out of this lineup. I honestly, he must have seen something that he really didn't like, because he goes from a top 6 role, a bigger guy, to out of the lineup.
Yeah.
A guy who physically should dominate this tournament.
Yeah.
Just gone. Just like that in a snap of a finger. Yeah. He must have seen something.
Yeah, and you know what? I didn't watch the Norway or the Latvia game all the way through. There could have been something in that Latvia game that I just watched the highlights. I wasn't able to. I was gone at volleyball, but I don't know. And now you wonder, is there something off the ice? Like, I just think a 6'5" guy in a U18 tournament should be just fine, even if it's a depth role. So I don't know. Makes you wonder what happened, but we'll see. Hopefully, I want to see him again, but
yeah.
Luckily, this isn't his draft year.
All right. Hey, do you know who else is in his draft year though?
Yeah.
Dima Zhilkin.
Yeah.
And what is this guy doing, Caleb?
The GOAT.
He's scoring goals. He's doing it all, man. Listen, I said it on a recent comment on one of our Instagram posts. Dima Zhilkin, 2, 3, 4, ... Landon DuPont, Alexis Joseph. Let it be known, Dima Zhilkin's going first overall because this kid's a beauty. Captain of Saginaw. If you haven't seen our latest episode about this tournament for the preview, but man, this kid's got like 7 points or something like that, and he's connecting with the leader of this team. I think the best player, Ty Lawrence. We'll get to him, but he's having a fantastic tournament. The chemistry these two have built is astronomical. And Zhilkin is doing stuff, especially on this power play. Like, he's not scoring any fancy goals. He's getting to the hard areas. He's getting in front of the net. He's putting in the rebounds. He's getting nice tips from point shots. Exactly what you need to do to win a tournament. That's how you play successful hockey. He looks so good. He even had an opportunity where he had the puck just on the outside circle, grabbed it, used his edges, just opens up some space for him. Nothing fancy, created no speed, but just used his edge, used his IQ, got to the right area, and just ripped it past the goaltender. He's beating goalies in ways that translates to the next level so successfully. And despite this kid only being 5'10", he's got leadership qualities, and he's got skill, as I mentioned. I am a big fan of Zhilkin, and Caleb, this is a guy who a month ago wasn't even on our radar, and I'm for sure can say that he's on both of ours now. So.
Well, I mean, radar, he's on a crummy Saginaw team. He's 5'10".
He's the captain,
I know.
He's the captain, like, -2 draft year captain.
I know. We're not locked into... We weren't locked into 2027, really. I think we only knew Alexis Joseph and Landon DuPont. But he's got 4 goals, 2 assists for 6 points. He's a +3. Ty Lawrence also has got 2 goals, 3 assists for 5 points. Yeah, those two are really fun to watch. Those two are the guys leading the team, and I don't know. It's pretty fascinating. It's pretty fascinating what Zhilkin can do. We mentioned also he has an A as well. Like, this guy's pretty sick. He's fun to watch. Once again, 5'10". There's always big issues in the draft about players under 5 feet or under 6 feet. He's fun to watch, and I threw out the player comp in the last recording. I'm gonna do it again for the official one. You look at him, you look at the size, you look at what he can do, puck sense, all that. It just feels like another Viggo Bjork of Sweden over there. Obviously, Bjork is anywhere from 5 to, or maybe like 7 to 15 this year. Zhilkin could go higher. He might be in the top 5, but that's just kind of the same player it feels like. And now you wonder, I know Sweden's obviously a different roster compared to Canada. Dima Zhilkin just might be right there to potentially crack a World Junior team as well next year. So it's pretty interesting.
That would be interesting. That would be really interesting. It's 75 points this year for Saginaw in 59 games, man. Fun to watch. I don't know about the World Juniors. I think.
Well, you think
like what we saw McKenna this year, and Verhoff and Carson Karls, 2 defenders, but like.
Well, you look at the performance of Alexis Joseph. If you're gonna have a draft eligible guy. Would you take Zhilkin or Alexis Joseph? Alexis Joseph hasn't been able to prove himself, but
I just think there's 2 age groups above him, right, that do have the courtesy
for sure
of
Canada
giving it to them over him. Mind you, if there's anybody to get it, a forward wise.
Well, actually, I might take it back.
Him?
Joseph's 6'5".
Maybe Alexis Joseph.
He might still be able to hold up. It's Q to the O as well. Like, I don't know how much you want to look into that. Because Alexis Joseph's... Yeah, 100%. That's what I'm saying. Maybe Zhilkin does have it's tough. Obviously, this is just spitballing at this point. They're going to play half a season before they're picked, but I don't even know if there'll be a top 6 position.
These guys are not even going to be on the World Juniors team. Like, these guys...
I don't know.
They come around time, not even in consideration. Like, that's probably what's going to be in this conversation, going to be in the garbage.
I think Alexis Joseph could be a 3C. I don't know if Zhilkin can... I don't know if Zhilkin can find himself in the top 9.
I think Alexis Joseph's got a better chance than he does.
Yeah, probably. Just the height, too. So, and the
maybe
physicality.
Just exposure, too.
True. But, I mean, Zhilkin has got an A already as well. Like I don't know. It's interesting. Yeah. It's interesting stuff, but And was Alexis Joseph on the U7? Oh, yes, he was. But Zhilkin was also.
They
so
tore it.
Yeah,
they tore it.
Yeah, they both were. Okay, that was a bad point. I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, we're jumping way ahead. That's in December or January. But no, Zhilkin's been really fun. He's been a fun watch. We'll see what he and Ty Lawrence can do against Finland, and then hopefully they can fare well in the quarters. These games, these Latvia-Norway games have been... It's hard to analyze it because Norway and Latvia are weaker. It's harder for me to analyze it, but you can kind of analyze some of the players. Obviously Zhilkin, just the way he moves the puck and skates is obviously a big takeaway for me at least. So yeah, there's still some big stakes. Obviously this episode will come out at 8 a.m. Canada plays at 8 a.m. tomorrow, but there are some stakes if you aren't keeping up. Canada could still finish first, but they need to beat Finland in regulation, and Slovakia needs to lose to Latvia, which not going to happen.
Tight.
So if Canada does beat Finland in regulation, they will be above them. They'll finish second, assuming Slovakia wins out. They'll finish second, which still isn't a great look because you could be facing USA or Sweden, potentially Czechia. It all comes down to the last day, but if you finish second, I'm pretty sure it'll be Czechia. I think that's if you're betting on it, I'm pretty sure it'd be Czechia. Just looking at the standings.
Second, like Czechia would finish third in the other group,
or would it be Sweden? Sorry, let me pull up the standings.
I think it'd be Sweden.
I'm trying to remember what I said last time.
I think it would be Sweden because USA beat down on Sweden. Czechia beat both. I think it just works out to be Sweden.
Oh yeah, Sweden can't even catch USA now. Well, there was another game that happened today. That's why. Yeah. There's a game that was.
Why not just have the gold medal rematch? So.
Yes. That was my point. Yes. So it'll be Sweden, unless somehow Denmark does something interesting tomorrow. But it'll be Sweden. If they come third, then they'll play Czechia potentially, assuming USA wins. So there's a lot on the stakes. Obviously, it could be any of those three. It could be Denmark. Could be even Germany, for honestly. So there's still a lot going down in the final day, which I feel like for U18s we don't see that often because usually the favorites went out, just like Canada and Sweden did in their pools last year. They both went out, and then they faced each other in the gold medal game. So I don't know. It's pretty fascinating.
It's getting tighter.
Yeah.
The European teams are getting tighter, especially in the youth levels, man. It's so good to watch. Like, Czechia is here. They're alive. We've known they've been alive in the World Juniors for the last couple of years, but this is a good run from the Czechs. They've beat Sweden. They've beat the Americans. They've pretty much done it all. Yeah. But then they lose to Germany.
Yeah, it's so weird. And then Sweden, the Sweden, who was the favorite last year, came second, finished with silver, got destroyed by USA, and they lost to Czechia as well. Like, it's pretty fascinating. And Czechia also beat USA. Like, it's so weird, this tournament this year. It's an oddball. It's an oddball. So
that's why it's great, though. That's why it's great. We love it. I'm excited to watch. I mean, it's hard to talk about this game when it's gonna happen. It's already gonna happen. I'm excited to watch. I hope Canada wins. A good finished team. This is probably the game that was probably going to decide the group going into it. It has implications now, but it's on the clear-cut favorite to win the group. So it's going to be fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Caleb, any other thoughts? Maybe another standout potentially that you saw throughout the team? Or do you want to just leave it there?
I'll note, I think Verhoff's played the most minutes on the D core so far. He's been playing with Ben McBeth. I think, well, first of all, Verhoff's looked okay. He wasn't a standout or anything. Nobody was really a standout in the Slovakia game, but like Ben McBeth has looked like a decent kind of guy to work with. Kean Verhoff. Verhoff's making him look decent. He's had a couple breakout passes. He can skate with the puck a little bit. I honestly don't even know where Ben McBeth will be drafted, but he's looked okay. So I'll give a little shout out to Ben McBeth. But really, in the end, Verhoff is. Oh, was that?
I said, all right, I'm listening.
I thought you were going to say, okay, sorry. And then Verhoff, obviously, we'll see what he can do in the back half of this tournament. I want to see him against better competition here. But like he was a top guy last year. He looks like a top guy this year. It just hasn't produced yet. Produced. What does he have? He's probably already got a few points. He's got Oh, he's got 1 point. Yeah, so there you go. Backs me up. 1 assist. But he's looked good defensively, which was, I think, more of a question mark heading into his draft stock. Obviously the skating, but like defensively, what does he look like? And obviously, Ryan Lynn is the power play quarterback on the power play 1 as well. So he's not even doing that. I don't even know where they have him slotted, to be honest, but right off the top of my head. But yeah, it's a fun team though. I think they're really fast. So I like that.
Yeah. Okay, quick update about Ben McBeth. You mentioned him. Got him up 51 for EP, 23 for Craig Button in this upcoming NHL draft.
Shout out.
Hey, 51 points for the Calgary Hitmen this year in 67 games.
There we go.
As a defenseman.
There we go. Probably
Only
played
7 goals, but 44 apples.
Probably paired up with Axel Hurtig, who is a Flames prospect in the D-Corps.
Maybe. You know what? You know where he probably learned all of his... Oh, this is his first year. This is his first year in the WHL. I was going to say, you know where he probably learned all of his nice shiny moves? Carter Yakubchuk, but he never would have played with him because Carter left last season. It's his first year, so good jump in the WHL. But, hey, yeah, Ben McBeth, he's been quite good.
World Juniors, question mark?
Yeah, maybe. We'll have to see. Limited amount of decors. I have a feeling Hockey Canada might give it to... Would they give it to a guy like Landon DuPont?
Oh, probably over him. Yeah, 100%. But it depends.
Also, hold up. Oh, wait. Yeah.
Depends on what they need. But DuPont's already locked, no?
Next year? Lock, you say?
Yes.
I don't think he's a lock.
Oh, I think he is. I really think he is. Because, like...
I don't think he's...
Well, you've already got Carls, Verhoff, Smith. I think is Owen Protz eligible again? I don't remember.
Ooh.
I could be wrong. But, like, after that, like, do you need... if you don't, guy? Maybe, Ryan Lynn as well will be another one. But, like...
I think he might make
even Daxon Rudolph. Like, there is a lot, but, like, you want a power play power play 1.
He is not
Yeah,
locked.
I guess. No, he's not a lock. Well, I don't know. He's a lock. I'm saying right now, they don't have a power play 1 guy. I don't think it'll be Verhoff. It'll be Landon DuPont. I think they'd rather Landon DuPont over Verhoff in power play 1, so they'll take him. I'm telling you right now. And they take 8 defenders. I'm pretty sure he'll make it.
Jackson Smith, no power play 1?
No. I think they would go DuPont. For sure.
Okay.
Like, I don't even think
I'm
Jackson...
just running through defensemen in my head right now.
I don't know if Jackson Smith will even be a power play guy in Columbus in 2 years from now.
No, he was considered a power play guy though back, I guess, in the dub, but
yeah, I don't know.
More of an offensively guy. Oh no, I can't think of anybody now. Who is it this year? It was Zane Parek and
Cameron Reed will be back. He's only 18. 19, so he'll be back.
Cameron Reed, yeah.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know. We've done World Juniors was 6 months ago.
New topic, new episode.
We did a roster prediction, did we not? Like a really early one for next year? Did we do that?
No, we didn't.
Oh, that was only Olympics. No. Okay. Well, that's possibly an idea for this summer. We do a super duper early World Junior roster.
You have to.
Yeah.
Did it last year.
Yeah, well, we did that like September. We did one September and then November. Like, what about a frickin' July, September, November? I don't know. That's up on the table, but we'll figure that out later. That's all I got for u18s. Do you have any other last thoughts?
No, let's transition.
Yeah.
Let's go over to the PWHL, man. The season is wrapped up and finished, and a Canadian team has taken the crown, as well as a Canadian team has also taken the dumpster, as we have the number 1 overall pick confirmed going to the Vancouver Goldeneyes, the team that was highly doubted to go all the way and never lose a game the entire season. They are now on the opposite end, but hey, they get a first overall pick out of it. They win. What's it called? What are they calling it? The Gold
Plan.
Gold something?
Gold plan. The Gold Plan is like their point system or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. They have won. They are the best of the losers. The best worst team, the Vancouver Goldeneyes, have won the most games after statistically being eliminated from the Walter Cup playoffs by 1 game, barely edging out their West Coast rivals in the Seattle Torrent. Caleb, exciting times for Vancouver fans. And you know what? Could you imagine if the Canucks also get the first overall pick in the NHL draft. Wouldn't that be something?
That would be, BC's buzzing all of a sudden. That would be crazy. But, yeah, Vancouver, obviously, they deserved it. They're the team that won out. Obviously, that's what the gold plan was for. And they're rewarded with probably Caroline Harvey. They've got some questions coming into next year. Claire Thompson, will she be back? Sophie Jakes, I believe, is signed for another year. But you're losing Claire Thompson wouldn't be a bad thing to pick up. Potentially the best, well, probably USA's best defender, and now you're going to match her with Canada's best defender in 4 years from now. So it's a pretty good matchup, or pretty good pairing. So I think they go Harvey here, but there's a lot of things still open. There could go Abby Murphy, but
yeah,
I think it's Caroline Harvey's by far the clear-cut best player available. So
this team could use someone to pair along with Sarah Nurse, help score some goals.
That's true.
Abby Murphy, man, get a skilled player on the offense, but I think it's Caroline Harvey.
Yeah.
I think you have to go that direction. Especially, you're going to lose one of the two of Sophie Jakes, Claire Thompson, as you probably mentioned. It's probably going to be Thompson, so might as well go with Caroline Harvey. Or hey, maybe let's hear me out. You go with a projected 7th rounder, and basically, when the expansion draft comes around, you don't protect them because you don't care, and you get to keep one of your already solidified defenders in the lineup.
Well, is that what you did your research on after we talked about it last recording?
No.
Oh,
That's just off the top of my
okay.
head.
I thought you were like, okay. Yeah, I mean, they've got like Jen Gardner.
No, that's a dumb decision. Don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that ever.
I wasn't.
I was
sorry,
just
I was a
kidding.
little lost as well. I was looking up their
Don't
depth
play
charts.
into the narrative.
But like they do have, like they've got Jen Gardner, Hannah Miller, Izzy Daniels been good, Abby Boreen's been good. They got Vanisova as well. So like they're okay on the forward core. But are they going to lose someone? I don't know. We'll see. Also, it came out. It's going to be 4. I'm pretty sure it was a somewhat notable source said it's 4. That just tweeted today as well.
All right.
So, and the teams have been notified what the expansion rules are, but we, the public, don't know yet. So, the teams at least know. Shout out. But
yeah, I guess so. That's good.
you got like, I mean, after Claire Thompson and Sophie Jakes, you got Ashton Bell, who's a notable player, but then after that, there's not really anybody. So, I think you bolster that, and we'll see if Claire Thompson goes to school or not. Sounds like she is. So.
The school?
Yeah, she's going to medical school.
Claire Thompson.
I'm pretty sure that was what the rumor
Really?
is. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Leave the PWHL.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So, shout out our TikTok comments. They're the ones that actually first brought it up for us. Or at least I saw.
Is this really... Dude, you finally get a solidified league that's only growing and you want to leave? I get it.
Well,
Like,
she wants to be... Like, you can't blame somebody for wanting to do something else.
no, I don't blame her. But...
Let's be honest. I know they're making... Like, she's probably... The stupid salaries released, but she probably make more money doing after medical school, doing whatever she wants to do than the PWHL.
I hope not.
I'm pretty sure she will at this moment. Given if those salary leaks are legit, I'm pretty sure she will be. I know that those salaries are only for 32 games and literally barely anything. And I know she gets a good chunk of money from Hockey Canada, but I don't know. I think if she wants to be a doctor or whatever, she's going to do it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's pretty fascinating, but I'm pretty sure that's the story out there is that she's like, I don't think she's been around for much, much longer. So
She is currently a medical student.
Okay.
She attends the NYU Grossman School of Medicine to become a doctor while simultaneously playing professional hockey. She took a leave to studies to focus on the Olympics, obviously. Having completed 2 years of medical school, before this, she graduated Princeton with a degree in ecology and evolutionary biology.
There you go. So,
there you go. She's already got a head start.
So I think she might be out, but we'll see. We will see. That would be a tough blow.
She's got a bachelor's degree. Good for her.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, we'll see what happens there, but I think Caroline Hervey is the number 1 pick here. That game, it was pretty interesting, the Montreal-Seattle game. It went to a shootout, and Seattle just needed to win a shootout, and they get the first overall pick. And they fluke out. So, and Montreal clinches the first spot, which there is news. So 30 minutes ago, we found out who they will be playing. I'll break it to you in a second.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, gosh. Here we go.
I think...
You found it? You know this for sure? Confirmed?
Yeah, it's confirmed. Don't look.
All right.
I think we did predict in the last recording, but that obviously isn't out. What's your guess here? That Montreal picks. It's either between Minnesota or Ottawa.
Stats. Yes. Listen, Montreal swept Minnesota this year, but they're back-to-back Walter Cup champions. Yeah. Ottawa played them last year. Ottawa beat them in 4 games. Playoff Gwyneth Phillips, who won the MVP for the playoffs, is on the Ottawa team. But they also only lost 1 game. It was in overtime, 1-3. And I think the caliber, there was the big 3 this year in the PWHL with Minnesota, with Boston, and with Montreal. I'm going to say I hope they chose Minnesota because I would like 2 different Canadian teams and 2 different but if
they play Ottawa, then there's a confirmed Canadian team in the Walter Cup final.
I think about it that way. All right, cool. Listen, final guess. I think gonna go with the Ottawa Charge.
Wow, what a pick! That is incorrect. They chose the back-to-back Walter Cup champions, and they are playing Minnesota. Minnesota in the first round.
Really?
Yep. That's crazy to me.
They want Minnesota.
Yeah. Their series starts, I believe, May 2nd. The Boston Ottawa is April 30th.
You're telling me they want the team who has 2 players who broke the all-time record this year for points in a single season.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
That is just Kelly Panic, who had 33 points this year in 30 games, breaking a PWHL record. Taylor Heisey, 31 in 30 games, breaking the PWHL record, which is not hers because it's Panic's. And they want the smoke. They want this offensive juggernaut of a team.
Yeah.
But if there's one goalie to shut it down, it's Anne-Renee Desbiens. Okay, cool matchup. I guess they're just planning on their offense getting shut down by Desbiens and Marie-Philippe Poulin doing her wonders with Abby Rock.
Well, you mentioned Gwyneth Phillips
and getting it done.
You mentioned Gwyneth Phillips. Minnesota don't really know who they're going to go with their goaltending situation. Both goalies have been good. Yeah. Not Desbiens, not Frankel level, right? Not even Phillips level. They're both been good, and they've made it. They finished 3rd, right? But that could be a factor. Minnesota's obviously some of these players have by far surpassed they're the best they've been in 3 years, but the roster isn't as deep this year. But you look at Ottawa, they're not that deep either, so it's pretty fascinating. We'll do a full-on PWHL playoff preview, predictions, all that on our Thursday episode, but it's pretty fascinating stuff.
Wow. Yeah, that is... I'm just reading the article that the PWHL put out. That is... Really?
Yeah.
Really? They don't really? Okay.
It's
I mean, they did sweep them during the regular season. They swept them. Didn't lose a single game to the Minnesota Frost this entire year. So maybe that probably plays into a factor, but it would be... How embarrassing would it be if they lose back-to-back semifinal rounds after choosing back-to-back teams?
That'd be something. So, I don't know. It's an interesting decision. Also, shout out Amazon Prime gets the full-on... They get all potential 5 games of the Montreal series. TSN gets the other 5 for the Ottawa-Boston series. So, did Prime have the playoff games last year? I don't think they did. I think it was all TSN and CBC. So that's pretty cool. It's all the same kind of broadcast. They all run it the same way, but Prime is picking it up. So I know Prime's been running.
Yeah.
They've had PWHL games this year as well. So, cool.
Yeah.
Cool stuff.
Yeah.
I'm excited though. I am excited.
That's awesome.
And like I said, preview Thursday. And it all starts. It all starts at the end of this week. So, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, big news for the Ottawa Charge as well. They are playing all of their games.
Yeah. Oh
at
yeah.
the Canadian Tire Center because it will be vacant. Because it will be vacant and nobody will be using it, even though it was hopefully prepped up for a long playoff run for the other team that gets all 82 in that arena. Doesn't matter anymore because the Ottawa Charge will take over and hopefully run that barn right to its core, going on a deep playoff run. So hey, good for them, man.
Another
Listen,
thing.
City of Ottawa.
Carlo McLeod, she was on the ice for that Toronto Scepters game. She's behind the bench
Yes.
for the playoffs. That's pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
She's behind the bench.
No,
for
that's
the
good.
playoffs.
Of course, that's good. That's her role. Just
weren't expecting
didn't
that.
she announce that she was? Yeah, it's like got a back
I
and
don't
forth.
know. I don't really know the
Obviously, it's
whole
a whole
story.
personal issue. Bottom line,
It was
it's great that she's doing well.
It's focusing on her health and all that.
It's great that she It's great that she's doing well. It's great that she wants to come back on the bench. And hey, that's gonna be a big boost for. I think it's gonna be a big boost for Ottawa Charge, more mentally, but also just like common sense. Like it's someone you had all year long. You understand her system and stuff like that. It's back to comfortability for the Ottawa Charge, and also a team that made a run all the way to the Walter Cup Championship last year with her behind the bench. So, hey, that's a good call.
Yeah.
I like it. So, yeah, I'm glad she's back. Absolutely. But hey, City of Ottawa says they won't be able to pull more than 5,000 people consistently. They averaged 8,000 people this year in TD Place. And now they are going to the CTC, hopefully to pack it out. Fingers crossed. I get to the building. I'm thinking about it. I want to go, absolutely. But if time permits and all the situations connect, I will hopefully be attending my first PWHL game at the CTC. I would love that.
There
So.
you go. Real quick, last thing on the P-Dub, because we probably won't touch on it next episode. Toronto Scepters, man. It was that was a tough watch as they played Ottawa for that last spot. They needed to win in regulation. They lose 3-0. Let me run you down a couple stats here. First of all, Gwyneth Phillips in the last 2 games against Toronto has 83 saves, 0 goals against. And then also the Toronto Scepters have scored one 5-on-5 goal in their last 5 regular season games. One in the last 5 games.
Oh, God. That is astronomical, man.
I don't know how.
And you know what?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I guess it speaks to the depth this team has at 5-on-5, but like someone like Daryl Watts, I believe, who's one of the only PWHL players who scored 10 goals every single season. Like,
Yeah.
Blair Turnbull, Malte, Renata Fast, and they can't score 5-on-5?
Yeah.
No wonder this team didn't make the Walter Cup playoffs. Like, I don't know. The Scepters had quite the season. Obviously lost some talent in the expansion draft, as many teams did. But still, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So no wonder. Listen, they're making a push at the end of the season, and especially in desperate times, calls for desperate measures. You got to play your best hockey, and obviously they didn't, and they got beat twice by the team that is now going to play the Boston Fleet.
They also break a record, worst production of the PWHL, 1.7 goals per game.
Yeah, that's
down
terrible.
the stretch. I think that was
That
in the
is
last.
just
I think that was
brutal.
in the last 10 games, I believe, not the whole season. But that's
just terrible.
That's really
man.
bad. So, and they're like they're,
Unbelievable.
they're in a very big conundrum here because Emma Malte, Daryl Watts, Blair Turnbull, Renata Fast are all UFAs. I guess for sure I'd say Fast is back. I don't know about the other ones, but for sure I'd say Fast is back. She's from the area. I believe Turnbull is also from the area. So my guess is that those will be back, but they only have a couple players signed for next year. Ella Shelton is one of them. Their third string goalie, Jessie McPherson, Emma Gentry, Jessie Comfort, Natalie Spooner. So that's
Emma Malte,
Oh.
also from the area.
Okay, there you go.
No, she's from the area though, Burlington.
Oh, okay.
So maybe also I also don't I think honestly if we compare it to the NHL, just because we've seen movement happen for so long, I think I think these players in the PWHL are more caution. They approach this with a lot more caution.
Sure.
Just because obviously the PWHL is a new league, but it's booming, right? And I think one day this won't be an issue. But how much do you really want to move from if you're already settled into a certain location?
Right.
You know what I want to mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? So also, I don't know anybody's situation. Obviously, if you buy a house, though, that's a big commitment, right? And
yes. Yeah.
How do you want to move right away, even though you've just maybe moved there under 3 years ago to this new place? So it's a thing, right? Yeah. So contracts are short, so you probably want to stay where you are for as long as possible. So as of right now, before it grows.
Yeah. All right, that's all I got for P-Dub. We'll do the playoff preview next episode. We'll finish up with a little bit of NHL quickly. We don't have much time left, but let's quickly do Montreal and Edmonton first, and we'll do the Sens for the end.
Yeah,
we'll do
sure.
These two series first. We're not going to go super deep because they're not over yet. We'll definitely do a deeper breakdown when they're over, which could potentially be soon, given how the Habs are playing right now as we're recording. And we'll see how Edmonton does tonight. But let's quickly do the Habs. Obviously, we are recording during the Habs game, given unconditional circumstances, or whatever you want to call it. But they're up. Well, I had it up a minute ago. Are they still up 2-0?
2-1.
2-1 now. Okay,
2-1.
They were up 2-0. Cole Caulfield did score a goal. Mr. Sunday night. We'll see if they can pull it out. Obviously, got a period left. We'll be done recording before that game ends. But it's been electric. Lane Hudson, overtime in the Bell Center, Game 3. That was something. So that was really really cool. And then just the way Tampa Bay has played has been very interesting to me. I feel like they haven't really played the Tampa Bay Lightning hockey that they've played the whole regular season. You only saw it in that second game near the end, third period, and overtime. Overtime, they dominated 9. The shots were 9-0, and they won. So, Tampa Bay, I feel like could be a better team. I haven't watched this game at all today, but they could be. They could be the better team right now. But I feel like there's still another level to this for Tampa Bay, and they just haven't found it. And they're potentially going to be down 3-1 in this series. So, it's interesting.
Okay, I'll leave you with this because I know you mentioned we weren't watching this game. This is game 4 of this series right now, and the Deserve a Win-O-Meter on Money Puck, which is one of my favorite features, calculates every little thing. Habs have a 70% chance of winning this game after 1,000 simulations. Maybe it's because they're up 2-1, but right now it's looking pretty good. Looks like there's a lot of penalties called in the second period.
Okay.
Obviously we're recording, so it's kind of hard to bring this all up. Jake Getzel scores on a 4-on-4 to make it 2-1.
Okay.
But the expected goals right now after 2 periods are 2.6 to 1.5 for the Montreal Canadiens. Also, another note, their watch party has been so insane. They had a gate that was kind of blocking everybody in. They have removed the gate, and I believe they're going towards a system that is allowing everybody to get in despite not having any ticket or invitation.
Wow. So Toronto can suck it with their stupid thing. That's ridiculous. They should just pack it as much as possible. Just fill the streets. Who cares?
I think that's what Montreal's doing.
That's exactly what they should be doing. So that's really cool and good for them. But they're wild out there. It's Quebec. It's hockey. It's the biggest hockey club probably.
It's life.
Yeah. So the Bell Center, historic place, and it's fun to watch. So we'll see if they can pull it out. I believe we both picked Tampa, no? So that would...
Caleb, here's a funny note. Yeah. If every series, so let's say Montreal wins this game 3-1, probably close it out. Buffalo probably close it out.
Oh yeah.
Philadelphia's up 3-1, probably close it out. I would have got, if all these series go the way they might be expected to go right now, I would go 0-4 on my Eastern Conference predictions.
And I was going to bring it up, and then I forgot that we both took Colorado. I believe there was a 3.7% chance somebody has an incorrect bracket this year. Or Maybe maybe it's only, I don't know what the stat was, but it's super low to have every single one wrong. And I thought you could have done it this year, but unfortunately Colorado already won. So
you thought I could have did it this year.
Well,
That's
like
awesome.
you never know.
Thought of it.
Because the Ducks are up,
hey, listen,
Utah's up.
Utah's up, yeah.
Did you pick the Ducks? I think you picked the Oilers, right?
I picked the Oilers.
Yeah, so I mean both their brackets are cooked, but I took.
They're cooked,
but my Cup champions are still alive, and my Western Conference team has already.
Hey, my Cup champs are still alive. They just need to pull out this game.
Well, I guess. Sorry, I guess I meant to say that my Stanley Cup final prediction
already gone on.
Is still
already
alive.
On.
They've already moved on. So, yeah.
That's true.
Anaheim, Edmonton. This has been a very interesting series as well. It's run and gun, no defense, all offense. Connor McDavid did not score or did not have a point in the first 2 games. He scores in the third game. And still they lose in that third game. It's funny, 7-4. Anaheim's really fun to watch. Anaheim is really fun to watch. And also as a Flames fan, it's really fun to see Edmonton lose. I already saw people throwing out, let's just lose in 5 and get these players to rest for next year, which I think is ridiculous because Connor McDavid might just be gone. And if they lose in 5, if they lose the series,
you can't waste this.
If they lose the series, everybody's fired. Coach is gone, GM is gone. You're looking at upper management, like let's start firing some of the Oilers, like legendary franchise players that are just sitting in the press box every night. Like fire some of those guys. Like it's all over. Connor McDavid might be gone unless they really make some good hires. So, yep, it's fun to watch. This would be really cool.
Yeah. And you know what? This Ducks team on home ice, pretty good. They back on this money puck simulation. Again, not sponsored, but I love it. 72% chance to win that game after 1,000 simulations. 7-4 final score. But dude, almost all the goals are within the dots.
Yeah.
Right in the slot. Whether it was a speedy play by Leo Carlsson to open things up. And I remember this goal in the 2-on-1, but he's been electric. I've loved the way he plays. He's so versatile, really good edges, really good control of the game and the puck. Kind of reminds me of Ty Lawrence. Ty Lawrence of Team Canada.
Sure.
But just all around, buzzing around. Connor Ingram, who we should have a conversation about, Caleb. Connor Ingram, does he continue to stay between the pipes of Edmonton? Is he confirmed goaltender tonight as of recording?
He is confirmed?
I'll check.
I can
check right now. Wait, he's not confirmed yet. I know starter. It's Tristan Jarry.
There you go. I was gonna say I'm pretty sure it would be Jarry at this point. Yes. Tristan Jarry is starting. Jason Dickinson is in. He was hurt in the last game, but he is playing. So that's, I guess, good news for the Oilers. Yeah, I mean that's pretty shocking. I mean Ingram has not looked good in those last 2 games, so I guess you switch it up, and I was a little wrong. I think Ingram is probably the better goalie, but you got a $5 million goalie sitting on the bench. You might as well give him a shot, even though Jarry's not.
It's not like
the
It's also like Connor Ingram's not an $8 million goaltender either.
He's a $1.9 million.
The leash wasn't too long. Yeah, the leash wasn't very long for him. So.
I guess, but he was a guy who had an .899 save percentage. I'm pretty sure. Like that's pretty darn average in the regular season, right? So I don't know. It's interesting, but
even like looking at their power play stats, like Leon Draisaitl this is last game in Game 3. Leon Draisaitl 2 minutes 55 seconds invisible. Didn't create any scoring chances. Connor McDavid did score a goal. He's got 0.5 expected goals, but other than that, Bouchard was his zeros. Hyman was 0.1. Nugent Hopkins was 0.01. Like the power play wasn't very good at all on the road either. Which sometimes for the Edmonton Oilers, that's their bread and butter. That's exactly what it was during the season. They were operating at 30%.
Yeah,
and maybe it's starting to slip away.
Yeah, well, it's a fascinating series, and just no defense whatsoever is what makes it so entertaining. But I don't know. We'll see if Edmonton can bring it back.
Big game tonight, man. It kind of sucks. Yeah, it kind of sucks that we don't know the results of that game because that would make this conversation quite different. But
yeah,
exactly.
Oh, well.
So.
Well, obviously, as we keep going, episodes we're not going to do as many episodes down the stretch now. We both are working, but we'll obviously keep touching on these Canadian series as much as possible. We'll do the Sens right now. I'll let you go ahead. We don't have much time left, which is honestly a good thing because we could do an hour on this. Yeah. But I'll let you take the table first.
Well, I appreciate it, my friend. And if you're a frequent viewer of the podcast, you know I'm a big Sens fan. If you're not, welcome to the True Northwest podcast. I'm a big Sens fan, and disappointment in the nation's capital for the Ottawa Senators. After a second half of the season, which was very promising, all the statistics were going the Sens' way. They looked like such a complete team. The forecheck was awesome. The stretch passes were among the elite, out of the zone, transitioning very well. And who do you match up against? A team that does that just better, but has also won 7 straight first rounds consecutively. Yeah. And listen, this was a sweep. Did Ottawa deserve a win? Yeah, probably 1 or 2. But just Carolina, I would say overall, definitely controlled the series. But Ottawa kept it close. Listen, most games, except for game 1, were
Linus
one-goal
Ullmark
games if you eliminate the empty netters. Okay, hey, we'll get to Linus Ullmark.
But he was
He's part
not
of the team, isn't he, Caleb? He's part of the team,
I know, but
Caleb?
it was a one-man show.
Well, listen, if the Sens don't hit 9 posts and they convert on 5 of them, that's 5 brand new goals in this series. And if you add 1 to every game, that's probably accumulates to maybe 1 or 2 wins. Like the Sens, the posts heading into, I don't know what the final posts were in the series, but heading into game 4, it was 8-0 for the Ottawa Senators. But hockey's a game of inches, right? And it's been a consistent theme for some of these players. And a guy like Tim Stützle, I am a big Tim Stützle fan. His skating and his vision, the way he controls a puck are among the elite. But in this series, where star players struggle to find space, is how Travis Green put it, you're going to struggle. And Tim Stützle kind of battled it at times during the series. Sometimes he just tried to keep it just a little bit too long for my liking, and it would end up in a turnover. And you got to give probably props to the Carolina Hurricanes neutral zone, man. It is tight. It is so tight. You can't get anything past it. The Sens had a really hard time actively getting into the offensive zone. And when they did, it was so disorganized because of what happened in the neutral zone. Whether it was just single guy coming down, and the chances were one and done. The Sens scored the majority of their goals this season in tight, as most teams do, but the Sens had a higher percentile than most other teams of scoring right around the crease. Buzzing around, couple bounces, bang away, you score.
Yeah.
Right? But in this series, it was come in, maybe cycle it around a little bit, shot from the point, blocked, shot from the outside. Anderson saves it, blockers it away, and it's down the other way of the ice. It was one and done. There was nothing dangerous, and that goes to show that nobody was going to the net. That's the biggest thing. There was nobody planted in front of the net. As teams score in the playoffs, you get someone in front of the net, point shots. You got to have people that can shoot through bodies, find those open spaces, bang away, score goals. And they did it a couple times. Hit some posts, but it was not done enough to beat a team and a goaltender as hot as Frederik Andersen, because you're not going to score pretty goals when the goalie's playing as good as Freddie was. You're going to score greasy goals. The Sens couldn't do it, and the Carolina Hurricanes just, especially, I'll mention the forecheck as well. The forecheck was lethal, and this was a big part of it. Obviously, losing your best player in the Ottawa Senators on Jake Sanderson halfway through, at the halfway point of Game 3. Not what you want to see at all. You lose Artem Zub in the first game as well, so you're already losing your top 2 defensemen halfway through the series. And so once that already happened, you could definitely tell, like, especially with how the series was going, where the Sens really had a hard time transitioning it from the D-core to the offense. The forecheck of Carolina would hound the Sens D, and especially when the Sens D goes into the corner, the forecheck from Carolina would put them right on their heels. You'd see a big body check, or you'd see a pass, which was honestly made at the last second because somebody was coming, and it was either turned over to Carolina, or it put the offensive forward who obtained the puck in a bad situation. And then obviously, like dominoes, it's the domino effect. That pass that gets to the forward, he has to make a quick decision, can't make it, it just leads to bad things. It's the trap that Carolina puts you in. And I don't think the Sens were terrible defensively. They kept a Carolina team, but hey, Linus Ullmark, he was the star of the series. We'll talk to him, we'll have a conversation about him, I'm sure of it. but I don't think they were terrible. They didn't give up a crazy amount of high danger scoring chances. They definitely had more than the Sens, but just a very structured juggernaut in the Carolina Hurricanes. Yeah. And the Ottawa Senators, hey, they met their match. Absolutely, they did. And they learned a lot from this. They learned what it takes to be a Stanley Cup caliber team. I'll tell you that for sure. Yeah.
That's a fair,
Caleb,
that's a fair,
Caleb,
it's a fair assessment. I mean, before I start, I think it's fair to give my shout outs. There's 4 players that impressed me, obviously. Linus Ullmark's 1. Drake Batherson, who I said doesn't move the needle when it comes to depth scoring, was another. He had 3 goals. Granted, there's no other depth scoring after that. I mean, Dylan Cousins, sure. So I was still right. But I was wrong about Drake Batherson. And then Carter Yakimchuk.
No, true.
2 assists in the final game. Should have probably been in game 3, if I'm being honest, after some defensive injuries.
Fantastic.
Thomas Chabot maybe should have been. Come on. Chabot can't shoot the puck. Why was Yakimchuk not in there?
Play.
But and then the last one was Dennis Gilbert. He was great in those first 2 games. Just laid the body. Had 5 hits in the first period. Very happy about Dennis Gilbert. Flames legend, mind you. So.
He was all right.
I think. Well, I was right. You said Lassie Thompson. Dennis Gilbert was the one who came in. I just think bigger body, throws the body a little bit, has fun.
I didn't say Lassie.
I'm pretty sure you did. Anyways, it might have not been on the podcast, but I'm pretty sure you did. Anyways, he was fun to watch. But dude, Cameron Crotty played a game for the Sens in the playoffs this year. Isn't that crazy? And Carter Yakimchuk wasn't the first guy. That's so bad.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, in playoff series, there's not a lot of room. You'd think the bigger, more physical guy would play into the narrative. And you know what? He showcased what he could do right away when Crotty almost, and I'm not going to say he gave away the first goal, but the first goal in game 3 was kind of his fault. Point shot blocked right away, transition 2-on-1, and just gets so awkward. Kind of leaves Clevin out to dry on the defensive matchup on the back door. And who else? I believe it was Logan Stankoven to open the scoring. I remember it right on the circle, a little slap shot. Fantastic series from Logan Stankoven, man. We both had him on our Cap Canada team. If you haven't checked out that episode, I think I had him. Did you have him?
Ooh,
okay, good.
I
Shout
think
out
I
us.
did. I don't know if I did. You definitely did.
But hey, if not, man, we knew he was good, but that was really good from Logan Stankoven. And in fact, that whole entire line with Taylor Hall and Jackson Blake just dominated this series. And if it wasn't for them, obviously someone's going to step up, but no one else, including both teams, is scoring. It was literally that line. The Sens shut down the Aho line. And going the other way, Carolina shut down the Stützle line. They've shut down pretty much every line, frankly. Yeah. That was the only line who was consistently producing offense, other than Drake Batherson and Dylan Cousins.
But yeah, he had 3 goals in 2 games, no?
No, yeah, he was great. One of them was on the... Stankoven. He scored 4 goals.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he scored in every game.
He had 2 in the first game, and then he had 1 in the second, right? So 3 goals in 2 games?
No, I think one of them was accredited to Taylor Hall. I'm pretty sure the second goal.
Oh,
in the game.
My bad. Okay, well, anyways,
I could be
that
wrong,
line was
but I'm pretty
unbelievable.
Sure.
Yeah. They were matched up against the Pinto line in the first 2 games. Obviously, Carolina was at home.
Yeah, poor showing.
Yeah, so that was a tough look. I think it also comes down to Brady Tkachuk, man. We'll see where he gets traded to in the offseason, but 0 goals, 0 assists, 0 points, a -4 plus minus 13 penalty minutes, a stupid fight to start the series, waste of time, and really Jordan Stahl. We talked about this last episode. We're not going to do it again, but Jordan Stahl against Brady Tkachuk, Jordan Stahl will say yes every time. And you get swept. You get swept without having a lead. And that's how he's leaving the team this year. That's tough. I wonder, you mentioned you need a top 6 player. Brady Tkachuk probably could pull you a top 6 player, but I don't know if you got the same caliber as him. So I don't know. It's going to be very fascinating what you do here.
So, just want to put this out there. I do not give in to the Brady Tkachuk slander. He had a terrible playoff series, but it's not like we haven't seen him perform in big games.
Well, he's gone.
I am a true believer. What I'm also not giving into is that Brady Tkachuk will be traded. He's whole entire career in Ottawa has
He's
buzzed
not
around the
signing
fact
with
that
the
he doesn't
team,
want to
so
be here. He
why?
wants to go to an American. Caleb, first of all, he's a
He's
free. We
not.
talked about this in the podcast earlier. He's a free agent. I'm pretty sure he's a free agent in the summer of 2028. Caleb, that is 2 years. That is 2 years that he could play for the Ottawa Senators. I know in the episode before we talked about next year, but I'm pretty sure if it's 2 years. Check it right now while I talk. Listen, I would not giving into this. Brady Tkachuk is the heart and soul of the Ottawa Senators. And yes, he had a terrible playoffs. Yes, that is terrible. But we've seen him perform on the biggest of stages.
7 years, and he signed in 21.
Thank you. He's playing. Yeah, he's got 2 years, Caleb.
Doesn't matter. Okay, fine. But there's no point in holding
trade your captain.
You might as well trade him when he's got more value.
Disaster. That is a locker room disaster. A guy who wins face-off.
Not if you trade him before the season.
Wins face-offs as a winger. Physicality, nowhere in the first 3 games of this series, but we've seen it before. Absolutely, that's his heart and soul, his bread and butter in the regular season. Point per game player as well. Guy who wears his heart on the sleeve. He had a bad playoff series, but you do not trade him. I think you keep Brady Tkachuk.
Listen,
he is too valuable to this team to trade away, and not just the on-ice areas, but everything else that goes around with this team.
He's not going to perform for the Sens in the playoffs, and the Sens won't win a cup with him on the team at this point. Like, that's what it comes down to. He's had the most value ever, Caleb. Right this second.
He's had 2 attempts,
and he doesn't like. I don't think you can give him a shot.
Absolutely,
man. He doesn't want to be there.
Give him.
Do you want a captain in the locker room who does not want to be there?
He does want to be here, Caleb. You're gonna keep saying this. You're just like the plastic outside PR media.
Stunts.
Brady Tkachuk wants to be here. Brady Tkachuk wants to be in Ottawa. He has stated it several times. It is annoying. Everybody in Ottawa, just because we're a small market team, even though we're in Canada, we're surrounded by the 2 mega giants of hockey in Montreal and Toronto. Everyone's saying, all the American media, he wants to be traded. I don't think he does. I'm a true believer in that. And I think he's going to stay in Ottawa till his contract's up and resign. We'll see, man. But hey, you have to give him another chance in the playoffs. If you are a for sure believer that he's going to get traded this offseason, I am disagreeing with you. I think you have to give him the next playoffs to prove himself. Absolutely, you do. It is not time to trade away a valuable piece like that in the core. Let's listen. Sure.
Florida comes out with an offer. Anton Lundell and their first round pick this year.
I've seen this, Caleb.
And?
No deal.
That's insane.
No deal. I don't want, but the thing is Anton Lundell is a very good player. High IQ, third line center. Top sixer?
Yeah, for sure. Florida. He's a 2C. He would be the 2C in Florida. He was a 1C all year this year. He'd be a 2C when Barkov's in.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he would be a great 2C for the Sens. And then you can move Cousins or Pinto to the wing. No,
I'm still saying no.
Cousins is your top line left winger or right winger?
But why not? That's Brady Tkachuk's spot.
But then, then.
Congrats, you moved.
What if Florida wins?
Dylan Cousins is a good center.
What if Florida came 7th? You get it. What if they get bumped up to the 4th or something? Or can they get maybe 5th? I think you get bumped up to 5th. 5th or 1st? What if they get 5th? And McKenna drops.
Listen, the prospect is great, but it doesn't help us win now. We're in win now mode, and I get it. The offer's great. The offer's great, and you know what? I'm not the general manager of this team either. Steve Stales. I don't know what his brain is going, but I have a very, very good feeling that he would say no to that offer, and keep the captain around. It is too big of a shift off the ice, and he is a winner. I know this is bad. I know his donuts all over the score sheets are bad. It is bad. He had 3 hits in his first 3 games, which is just terrible. But he's won before. He's proven it, and he's still young. He's not like he's Austin Matthews going into 31 years of age.
Yeah.
He's got time. He's got 2 more years on his contract. The core is intact. Brady Tkachuk will be an Ottawa Senators captain for years to come. And hey, let's say, Caleb, let's say the playoffs go bad next year, then this conversation is This is a new conversation, but you can't let them have 2 playoffs after a season what they just had where it was up and down. They battled their way back in, proving that he can come and clutch this team late in the regular season where the Sens, every single game was a playoff game for the Ottawa Senators. I get you're not playing the caliber of team every single night of the Carolina Hurricanes, but still, a team that was resilient, got back in, and yes, he had a terrible playoffs, but this guy just battled for this team down late and got them into this situation. Let the Sens have a stable season next year where there's no chatter around the team at all, where they play their games consistently. It's going to be a regroup next year, get into the playoffs in a good spot, not a damn wild card spot like the last 2 years. And let's see what they could do, because I guarantee you it will be much better than just a first round exit.
Last one. JJ Peterka.
Yes,
Your choice, Tija Ginla, Caleb Desnoyers, Utah Mammoths, first round pick, and Daniel Boot.
I'll get our pick back. Daniel Butte for the Chikrin trade. I'm pretty sure that was
I honestly
we traded that
forgot
pick
about
away. That was the Sens pick. No deal.
Sean Dursey instead of you.
No deal.
Sean Dursey instead of you.
Dude, no, you're putting me on the spot. Yeah, I'm gonna say no. I'm saying no. Screw it, man.
Wow.
I don't care. What hand is Sean Dursey?
I think he's right-handed, no? Because Clark took his spot. Let me pull it up. I got it right here. Oh, now my internet's not really loading. He's right-handed, yeah.
No. I know.
No?
No deal.
Even if you toss
no
it.
deal. I'm sorry.
Like, Jensen's gone.
No, Nick Jensen's gone. His contract's up after the season. We are not re-signing him. That's $4 million.
I know. I'm just saying, like, you're
right
losing Jensen. Is Shabbat and Sanderson going to be ready for the start of the year? Shabbat will be. I don't what. It depends what Sanderson's
has a
hurt.
concussion. If his concussion takes 5
you sure he
months
might
to
have a
heal,
lower body injury the way he skated, but I don't know. Okay. There you have it. I mean, Sean Dursey makes a big chunk of change right now. He's got $6 million for the next 2 years.
Yeah,
so.
no deal. No, I find it fun that you're doing this, that you're bringing up trades. You know what, Kale? We should do an episode like this. Maybe not Sens. No, I know, not Sens focused, but maybe like a trade mock
trading
trade
every
for each
team's
Canadian
captain
team for exactly what they need. Yeah, that'd be fun. We should
their
do
captain.
something like that.
Trading Austin Matthews, Nick Suzuki.
Why would Nick Suzuki make sense? I think Connor McDavid would be fun because obviously he's had chatter. Vacant.
Well, Connor McDavid, Austin Matthews, and Brady Tkachuk would be great. Right? So, we got to wrap this up because the internet is definitely dying here. I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, I know. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Okay, fun times,
We'll do more.
man.
We'll do more when the internet's better.
Yeah, one day. One day or day
segue
one.
us out.
Shout out Caleb's brother for allowing him to use the room. Shout out my stepdad for allowing me to use the office space. Hey, this has been the True Northwest Podcast. Remember, you can follow us on all your favorite social medias, including Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, where we're still currently uploading podcast clips every single day of your favorite topics. Get in the comment section. Let us know what you think on what you want to hear, what you want us to tell us about these different topics about Hockey Canada. What do you think of Ty Lawrence? Do you think the Ottawa Senators are a Stanley Cup caliber team? Let us know in the Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube comments. I say yes, and that's why every single Sens video, I make sure I say that. We want to hear what you want to say.
Unless I don't put it in.
As always, we're the True North Ice Podcast. Remember, you can listen to us on all your favorite podcast platforms, including
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Pocket Cast, YouTube Music, YouTube, Good Pods, Podcast Addict, Castro, and iHeartRadio.
Yes, iHeartRadio. Yes. Many more. Many more. Podcasts. Yes. Hey, and Caleb, as you reinstated a couple episodes ago, if you have a favorite podcast platform, let us know. Yes. We'll add it in there.
Yeah, for sure.
In the comments on YouTube. Probably on YouTube. I'd say YouTube's more reliable.
Or just DM us.
But hey, yeah, true.
So,
all right, fingers crossed for the U18s. Hopefully, their next episode, time of upload, they're gearing up for a long elimination round run. But for Jacob Ewing and Caleb Steiner, thank you for watching and listening.